Alright, so this is going to be my review of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, Episode 1. I will also be doing episode reviews on this new season as well. Getting a lot into episode reviews, I know. Probably because Steven Universe is ending and Doctor Who only has 12 episodes. I kind of need a niche. I really do. Anyway, so let's talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, Episode 1. Now, this season, this season opener made me feel a lot at ease. Like, I watched this season opener, and I literally said, this is what it should have been the whole time. Again, kind of going back to what I said about Gotham, the shows didn't even Arrow, to me, didn't have, I didn't really feel like they were really good for me until they hit somewhere. And for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it didn't hit its stride until after the winter break. Same with Arrow Season 1, and now look at this one. Because, dear Lord, this is what it should have been the whole time. Now, the season opens up with a deal going down, and May and Skye are watching over this deal going down, which has Lucy Lawless and two other guys. Lucy Lawless, basically playing this character called Isabel Hartley, who was I think they said she's a former agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. turned mercenary, but they could have just said she was a mercenary. And she's having a deal go down with some former agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that are selling secrets to them. There's also actually, that's not the beginning of the scene. The season opens with the Howling Commandos busting down a Hydra base that has this thing called the Obelisk and a man called Commander Whitehall, who is I'm trying to remember his name, but it looks like he's going to be the main villain, and I'm trying to remember, I think he's supposed to be a comic book character, because for one quick second I said, is that Baron Strucker? I literally said to myself, is that Baron Strucker? And no, that's not him. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but yes, this Hydra agent, they all get shut down by Peggy Carter and the Howling Commandos, and this is right after the events of Captain America: The First Avenger. And I really did like this, how this episode opened. It was just like this, oh my god, it's the Howling Commandos, they're all back, yay! And Peggy Carter is awesome too. I'm really excited for the Peggy Carter series as well. I think is that coming out this year or early next? I cannot for the life of me remember. Anyway, so let's get back to the deal going on in the present time between Lucy Lawless's character Isabel Hartley and the other, the former agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that are selling out secrets. Then, out of nowhere, comes Carl Creel, a.k.a. the Absorbing Man. Yeah, the Absorbing Man's in here, and it's awesome. He just comes in, gets shot up a few times, runs off, and takes the notes for the obelisk with him. Now, the other thing. Now we then continue on with Agent Hartley and her mercenary team, along with May and Skye, going back to the S.H.I.E.L.D. operations. It turns out, after the events of what had happened in the first season, as we all know, Nick Fury made Coulson the new director of S.H.I.E.L.D., and S.H.I.E.L.D. is now it's pretty much a clandestine organization, we always knew it to be. And there's only so many agents that are still loyal. Others have just gone to the private sector, others have gone off selling out secrets, and a few just don't give a fuck no more. So there's only so many agents left, but there is a meeting between Agent May and Coulson, and in here we get this very interesting moment where Coulson's about to fly out to Britain to recruit some people, and we encounter, he says we have allies in London, and that's about it. Now I'm kind of wondering, and maybe it's just me being hopeful, but I'm kind of hoping, that's MI-13. I know, it's mostly has mutants on there, but there are non-mutants on that team. I'm kind of wondering, are they going to have Captain Britain show up on here? Because that'd be fucking badass if Captain Britain showed up. I mean, they can't use Brian Braddock's sister, they can't use Psylocke, but they can use Captain Britain. So that'd be kind of cool if they could use Captain Britain, and Blade was a member of MI-13. That'd be kind of interesting to see him on there. Black Knight could be on that team. There are a few members of MI13 that they could use. I mean, they can't use Pete Wisdom and a few others, but there are several members on the MI13 team that are non-mutants, and you could see them on there. Maybe we could get a MI13 spinoff? Just saying. So yeah, there's also the thing that maybe people are saying that maybe that's where Mockingbird is, because Mockingbird did have some time in Europe, but I'm kind of thinking, nah, I'm betting they'll keep her in America, so I can only imagine, but anyway, I am kind of there's like a part of me that's hoping it is MI13, that's the ally of S.H.I.E.L.D. Anyway, so getting back to the episode, so Coulson discovers that, oh shit, that thing that, they were selling secrets about is a big deal, and we need to get in there and get out. But, yeah. We also have Carl, the Absorbing Man, who is working for Hydra, no surprise, and they're giving him they need to just give out a mission saying, hey, we need that obelisk, we need it now, and you're gonna go get it for us. And Carl's like, okie dokie. So through that, we also go back to S.H.I.E.L.D. and discover that things have really changed. Like I said, there's only so few field agents, and there's only so many agents left on the premises that are still loyal to S.H.I.E.L.D. There's only like a mere handful, and meanwhile we have Talbot, who is stroking his dick on the media going, yeah, I stopped S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra! Oh! So, yeah, we have that, even though the dumbass doesn't realize that, he is literally just done nothing. He may have crippled S.H.I.E.L.D., but in the long run, he hasn't really done shit to Hydra. They're used to working in the shadows. They're like, oh, he did the job for us. We were going to hunt down Hydra, S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, but he's doing it for us. Fuck it, we got shit to do. So, yeah, so S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't know what the hell that is because it's been under lock and key since 1945, and they also need information on Carl Creel. So Coulson sends Skye down to the level to a deeper vault where she sees Grant Ward, who has not been doing so well. He's got a beard. He's completely crazy. He tried to kill himself 3 times. And Skye's like, well, you should have killed yourself off. We also discover that it was Garrett who, faked Carl Creel's death. And he also says it's something that made me very interested and kind of hoping they pick back up on, because it looks like Absorbing Man's going to play a big part in this season. What happens is that pretty much what it is that they don't know where Carl Creel got his powers. And that's interesting because for those who don't know the Absorbing Man's origin, his origin is actually tied to Loki. Loki came down to him, gave him a magic potion that gave him his powers. He's not a mutant. It's actually a magical ability. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe they'll have Loki show up because Tom Hiddleston loves to be everywhere and he loves being Loki. So there's like a part of my mind where it's like, oh, it'd be so cool if there's a moment where Absorbing Man's alone and he's like, and then you hear this voice of like, remember who your loyalty is still to, and then you see Loki come walking out of the shadows. Oh, that'd be so cool. Anyway, but yeah, the other thing that kind of made that, like I said, made me think, oh, maybe they'll tie in the whole Loki thing. Is when even Hydra, he never told Hydra how he got his powers, and they're like, we don't care. You're going to do work for us now. So, in that regard, that's really cool to see that hopefully they'll do the real 616 origin. I think that'd be really cool. Anyway, among other things, what's going on is that, like I said, Talbot is just still stroking his dick like, yep, I've defeated S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra. I have defeated them both. And, oh, shit, now my family's being threatened. Which, of course, the Absorbing Man shows up and attempts to, capture Talbot, but luckily S.H.I.E.L.D. saves him, and Talbot's men capture his capture the Absorbing Man. Meanwhile, Talbot is kind of whisked away to the S.H.I.E.L.D. base, where Coulson pretty much not begs him, but says, "Look, you need us. We're the good guys. You need our help. This is a big thing that's going on." And Talbot, being the dick that he is, it's also kind of funny, might I add, that that Adrian Pastor is voicing Iron Man and he's playing a Marvel hero and a villain. I know, it's really weird. Anyway, but yes, Talbot pretty much says, "Fuck you, I'm not helping you." And Coulson's like, it's totally fine. We got what we wanted. So Talbot is left out in his underpants in a Jeep, and with no way of getting back to the military, getting back to his base. Meanwhile, we have the field agents going out to secure an item, which we constantly think is the obelisk, but that's not the case. Also, let me backtrack a bit to something that I should have brought up a little earlier in this review. We find out what's going on with Fitz and Simmons. Fitz is still screwing around, and, Fitz did suffer some massive brain damage after the events of Season 1, and it's really hard on him. And we also discover that Simmons left, and he's been talking to himself the whole time. It's really depressing. And also, I kind of didn't see that coming. Did anyone else? No? I usually pick up on things like that, but yeah, we had a whole Sixth Sense moment where I'm like, oh, it was all in his head. Fuck. I did not see that coming. Maybe I wasn't paying attention because Fitz's character I don't really care about. Simmons, same way, but Anyway, so long story short, Lucy Lawless, her team, and along with Skye and May, May. I can't believe I forgot that. Along with Agent Trip, the three of them pretty much go in there and pretty much break into the base, which is a great scene. I like how they do it. But however, oh shit, Absorbing Man's in here, and he's trying to find the obelisk. However, Lucy Lawless finds finds the thing the obelisk is in, tries to use it stupidly by grabbing it, not knowing what it does, and just tries to hit him with it. However, it just starts rotting away at her hand. The Absorbing Man is just like, well, I'm getting the fuck out. I need it before the soldiers come in. And now they're kind of split. Isabel's men want to get her out to a hospital, but Coulson says, no, we need that other package. And yeah, what it turns out to be is a Quinjet, because Fitz can't he doesn't have the mental capacity to work on a cloaking device. So they need that. They steal that Quinjet on the ground of, hey, we need something that can allow us to work in the shadows. So yeah. But anyway, so meanwhile, Isabel's her arm is totally getting rotted away. She begs her guy to cut it, Mickey. And what he does, and we also get an entire scene that looks exactly like Winter Soldier. I don't want to say what that scene is, but you'll know it when you see it. It looks like that scene, like, like, I literally, when they had that scene come up with Absorbing Man in the van, I literally went, did you guys just kind of go, let's kind of copy that scene from Winter Soldier? Okay. Anyway, I digress. So, yeah, Isabel's killed, one of the other guys is killed, and only one of them is still alive. The cool Irish dude's dead. I'm pissed off. I like the cool Irish dude. Also, they kind of built up Lucy Lawless. It's kind of weird, too, because they really build up Lucy Lawless's character when she was first announced to be in S.H.I.E.L.D. And they were building it up, so I thought she was going to be a recurring character. But that's not the case, because she fucking dies in here, and Absorbing Man makes off with the obelisk. Yep. And there we go. That's your first episode. What did I think? I really enjoyed it. I think it was a very good, solid, action-packed episode. It really hits home of, hey, we're fucked, and we need everything we can get. So I really did like this a lot more than the first season intro. But yeah, I really did enjoy this, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next. Anyway, because again, it feels like the show it should have been the first season. Anyway, you guys tell me, what did you guys think of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2 premiere? Did you guys like it? Did you